Good day, this is Thumbs United. We are doing our, hold on one second. Okay, there we go. I have this, we're changing things in the house, and we did a lot of cleaning, but the office where I work in, you have to constantly move stuff around because there's pipes and all this stuff, and our house is being worked on. But there's this mobile that's hanging right next to me, and it keeps hitting the light stand. So I finally moved it. But anyway, this is Thumbs United. We are continuing off with the Milwaukee Project, editing all the photos, color grading the photos, and everything. We're almost done with this section, but I had to call it quits last Saturday. I had to skip yesterday's stream. I really didn't want to, but I had stuff to do. I was trying to get a hard drive to work, and then I had a lot of website stuff I had to do, and I didn't get as much done with the website as I wanted to. I plan on doing most of it tomorrow. We're having a home inspection to get new insurance, so hopefully that goes well, which is why I was cleaning all day yesterday and today, but I had to do a lot of gardening and stuff. The gardening was painful. Last week I was taking care of my grandmother, and when I take care of her I can't garden, and so there was a week's worth of things I had to do in one day, but I got it done. And then what else happened? Like I said, there was this hard drive I'm wrestling with. I'll talk about that later, but let's get started. Kind of the status. So we have to finish this section, which is from here to there. So that's only, says 32, doesn't look like 32. It says 32, and then we have these 3 sections. They're all about 60 photos each. So we should be able to finish this and then finish one more section after that. Kind of skipping yesterday put a dent in our timeline of getting all the photos done by today, but that's okay because we are adaptable. And let me find the music wherever it is. Here we go. Do. I already edited this one, but we're gonna go back and kind of get it to look more like the others. And I'm not trying to go fast, but I really know how to edit this camera, the Canon, and I just know once the image is done, that's it. We're gonna bring down not that much. had a new YouTube video come out today. Live to Tapes Storytime episode 8 that came out, and it's on YouTube on Live to Tape. You can go to livetotape.com as well. Just tweet it out to the Twitter and everything that is there. But I'm working on that, like a kind of secret project. It's not that secret, but what I'm doing is it's very similar to this, where it's another photography project, but instead of live streaming it, I'm going to record it live to tape in the editing process, and then that's going to Patreon only. It's kind of an exclusive, not a timed exclusive, just an exclusive. And the hard drive I'm storing this stuff on, it's a Western Digital MyBook 2, and it's old. I had it since 2012. It's 6 terabytes, and it's not that it's not working. It works fine, except for the things I'm going to tell you. But it has 2 FireWire ports, which is why I got it. I love FireWire. I know FireWire is dead, but it was great, especially the 800 ports. So what you could do with FireWire is you can daisy chain hard drives. So let's say you have 5 hard drives. When hard drives have FireWire, they usually have 2 ports. So you plug one port into your computer, and then that second port that's free on the hard drive, you connect the next hard drive. And then you can keep doing that. I mean, not forever. I think there's a limit of like 5 drives you can daisy chain. And that just means you connect, a drive to a drive to a drive. And then they'll all show up as their individual drives, all separate drives, through the one cable going to your computer. And then the other thing that was great about FireWire was it was faster than USB 2.0. USB 3.0 is faster than FireWire, but you can't daisy chain with USB, which is like, why not? Why not? But I'm sorry. Here we're going to do a mixture. We're going to lighten up the darks, lighten the darkness, but we're going to edit the cutoff point. And then we're going to bring down. I'll see, I don't want to do that. But so that's kind of the joys of FireWire. It's daisy chaining, and it's faster than USB 2.0. It was very popular because of the daisy chaining for video production and editing. So the hard drive had that, and then it has a USB 2.0, and that's just regular. Whoops, getting too excited. That's just a regular USB cable you connect in. The downside is it's only the 2.0, it's not 3. USB 3 didn't exist, wasn't as widely available when this hard drive came out. And then in addition to that, it has an eSATA port. And the eSATA port was great. Because with the Mac used to really support FireWire. I'd connect it to my laptop, edit on there, and then I could take it to my desktop and just plug it into the eSATA port. And eSATA is fantastic because it's a direct connection to the motherboard, and So it's like, it's almost as fast as humanly possible. And so I was editing on my Mac. Not really editing, just setting up the Lightroom library and everything. And I brought the hard drive to my office, and it refuses to connect using eSATA, and it's like, this is useless. And so then I connect it with USB, and it works. And I'm like, but I really want the speed of the eSATA. And it just didn't want to work. And so right now I have the hard drive connected as through USB, and it shows up. But right before the stream, I was hoping that if I update the hard drive, I figured out you can update the hard drive, and I tried that, and it said your hard drive's up to date. I was like, no. I was really hoping there would be like a software fix or something, but so that's too funny. I even took apart my computer and changed the ports that the eSATA was on, hoping that would help the hard drive, but it did not. So after the stream, I'm gonna, copy more files over, more photos, and pretty soon I should start, editing that secret project, and then it should be up on Patreon, definitely before October, the next week or so. The big, production was getting our house ready to change insurance and everything, and so that's tomorrow. And so fingers crossed, because insurance is really important, especially for your house. And there was something else. Oh, so anyway, the most important day is tomorrow. We have been, waiting for this day for 3 months. And so afterwards, everything should be easier. Famous last words. I'll definitely have more time to work and stream. I will have more time to stream earlier in the day, and there's a lot of things I want to go take pictures of, photographs. It's a nice photo, but it's completely out of focus. And I want to go back and fix this one. Now we're gonna change the black point. So that changes like everything past that darkness on this side is automatically changed to black. But then I'm also raising everything that's dark in the curves. So everything that's dark is, gets illuminated a little bit better, except to a certain point. And then it's just, and that's why I can make it high contrast, but still have a really high dynamic range, and everything just doesn't go straight to black. I'm doing the same thing with this photo. That's my dog snoring. She's tired. I'm tired. Everyone's tired. I'm gonna be streaming for another 35 minutes. It's gonna be a short stream. It will only be an hour total. But we had to get this stuff done. And then tomorrow is Halo ODST. I'll be streaming that straight from the Xbox. It's okay. I mean, it's a lot of fun for me. I wish the Twitch app could do 6,000 kilobits a second or 6 megabits upload, but it can't. The highest it can do is 2,000, and even though it's streaming it at 720p, there's still a lot of artifacting with high motion and everything. It's a very compressed, and I don't know. I am going to get a capture card. I had a capture device, and it was damaged when our house flooded. And so once some of the insurance money comes to replace it, then I would get a capture card, not a new one. The way insurance works, they give you the depreciated value, so I'd probably get a used one from eBay or so, which I'm starting to enjoy eBay. Before I would only use them in times of desperation, but I'm having a semi-good experience with them. These are two men in hazmat suits wrestling, and the artist says that it wasn't clear to them why the men are wrestling, if they're actually fighting or having fun, but they're in their hazmat suits, and they're wrestling with each other. These are they're sculptures. It's part of the sculpture walk in Milwaukee. As you walk along the street, I forgot what street it is. I think it's like Michigan Avenue. There's like a new sculpture every like couple of, not like a block. It's a little more often than that. It's like maybe every 200 feet or so. So there's a ton of sculptures, and so that's what I'm taking pictures of on this specific walk. Okay, so we're almost done with this section. Yeah, there were so many things that I'm just waiting to start after tomorrow. So it's gonna be, really great. I still haven't gotten into my college to do the degree audit, and like there's nothing I have to worry about, but I'm still really anxious about it. Like, I'm anxious about everything in life, like everything legitimately. Like it's literally a condition I have, but I finished my last class in June, and I just I haven't gone to apply for my degree yet, so I'm gonna do that very soon. What happened was, once it was August, I was like, oh, I'll go. But then, everyone's starting the semester. And so then, like, all the counselors are booked up forever. So I was like, I'll just wait till after the fall semester starts and all those suckers go back to school. And then I'll go. And so that's going to happen. And every time I worry about it, it's like, well, I don't know why my brain's freaking out about it, but I'm just worried that I'm going to go up and they're going to say, oh, we have updated our degree program. You got to do this one more class if you want to get that degree. And she's like they've done that to me 3 or 4 times. It's just like, stop. And we only have like 180, 160 photos. Well, actually 170. So we'll try to do the 60 and then we'll call it quits. And editing these are a little bit funny because they are taken through the windshield of a car. Here I'm just taking pictures of the structure. And that's why I'm changing the white balance to auto, because like car windows are difficult to do the white balance for. So it's really like something like Flash. That's it. But I just have it do auto because I like the auto version better. And it's more consistent. And this light is in focus, which is okay, I guess. I just have to remember that when I'm animating. And I wasn't driving, but I was in the back seat taking photos. And so what I do is I shoot with Canon, and Nikon has this feature too. I'm not sure they have this exact feature, but you can change the focusing modes. So when I'm taking pictures walking around, what I do is I have it set so when I push the shutter button halfway down, the camera focuses on what's in the exact center of the field of view. And there's like there's a couple of boxes, and there's like the top box, the bottom box, and there's like 9 points. And it's a 9-point autofocus system, and so you can set it to where it will try to get as many of those points in focus, or it will just try to figure out whatever's closer in those 9 points and then focus on that. Or you can set it so that it only focuses on one of those 9 points on the image or in the viewfinder. And so I set it so that it only puts in focus what's in the exact center. And so what I do is I look at the thing I want through the camera. I hold the button halfway down, it focuses, and then I compose my shot how I want. And I know that the item that I want in focus is in focus. So then I take the picture. So a lot of times if you see me shooting in real life, it kind of looks like I'm twitching the camera, where I, center everything, then, compose it. And well, anyway, so I forgot why I was telling you that. But when I'm doing like things in the car, especially if you're like on safari or just moving around a lot, or like trying to take photos as you're walking, what I will do, or if you're doing sports, is you can put it in AI focus. No, AI servo. And what AI servo does is the way I was telling you how I take pictures before. I aim the camera, hold it halfway down, it focuses, and then it stays focused until I take the photo. But with AI servo, it's constantly checking, and it's pretty good. And so as long as you're holding down the shutter halfway, it will be focusing on whatever's in front of that point. And then you can change the point to any one of the 9 points on the image that you want to focus on, or you can have it do it all points, and it will try to figure out what the closest thing to the cameras and then focus on that. But with AI, and so with AI servo, like if you select a point, like let's say you're shooting a football game and the football player's running at you, in the normal mode, if you hold the button halfway down, it focuses on where that player was the second that it focused. So if the player's running towards you, by the time you take the photo, he's already out of focus, he or she. And then so with AI servo, you hold the button halfway down and it focuses on the football player, and then as they're coming towards you, the camera is continuously refocusing on the player, so that the second you take the photo, it's in focus. And there's a lot of advantages to that. That's how I was able to take all these photos while driving, because if you're driving, you're moving around a lot and things slip in and out of focus. But with AI servo, it's just constantly updating, and you still get a lot of failures, but you also get, it's a higher amount of success than focusing manually or using the other focus methods. I keep forgetting to change the white balance. What did I do? And these images they were like borderline too warm for me, but I kind of had a style for this section. One of the harder things about shooting through the window is it's UV blocking, which is fine. Like you can get UV filters and stuff for your camera, but they're also tinted, and so the tint has like this weird coloring to the camera, to the photos, and so that's why I'm going through them all and changing the actual white balance, which is another advantage of shooting in RAW, is that I don't lose any quality of the image when shifting the white balance. And it almost looks like a normal image. Oh, I forgot. I did photos inside the market. This is fantastic. I hope the photo that is in this section is here. There's this wonderful restaurant stand. I don't know what you call it. Food place. And it's called On the Bus, and everything there is vegetarian, but and like there are a lot of vegan options and everything, and it was so good. And they also have gluten-free options. But I went there. I went to On the Bus 3 times in 2 days. Like I had lunch and dinner there. Like it was that good. And then the next day I was like, I have to have lunch here again. And it was a lot of fun. I kind of had a problem in Milwaukee with food. I don't know what it was. But like every day I had like a blood sugar attack. And So I don't know what it was. I don't know. I think it might have been like there wasn't a lot of like snacks. So I would like eat a small breakfast, which I shouldn't have. And then like I shouldn't have. I should have eaten like a larger breakfast. But and then lunch was like a long time, always, and so was dinner. Oh, and what's nice about these photographs, I don't know if you noticed the quality change, but this is a lens I bought from my sister. I bought it specifically for this trip. I have a couple of old-timey lenses, which are fine, they work great, but I wanted one with autofocus. It's getting harder for me to focus with the camera. I mean, with medium format, it's easier because the viewfinder is like 3 or 4 inches. No, not 3 or 4 inches. It's like 2 inches across. But with 35mm, it's getting difficult for me to see what's in focus and what's not. But so that's why I'm trying to like get more lenses with autofocus. And so I bought my sister's 50mm lens of 1.8. It's pretty funny. For a birthday gift, she asked for a 50mm lens, either a 1.2 or a 1.8. And my dad, I guess, misread the birthday list. So he got her both a 50mm 1.2 and an f-stop of 1.2, which is really good. That's a high-end 50mm lens. And then the 1.8, which is like a cheaper one. You can get it for like $100. And so my sister was like, this is fantastic. And then a couple years went by and I was like, you want to sell me the 1.8? She was like, sure. So it was funny because she sold it to me for $50, and then which is a steal for me and for her, kind of, because before she just had 2 lenses. But yeah, so this was the first trip I used it on, and I really loved it. All this is autofocused. Oh, and so this van again is the restaurant I was talking about on the bus. So good. So good. And so I'm like taking pictures of the structure. But it's really awesome. I hope I have a better photo. I mean, I know I do, but I think I was making them nervous because I was like, why is this guy taking so many pictures of the on the bus? And it was just like, it was so cool. The design, the food, everything was awesome about this place. And this is the Milwaukee Public Market. It's kind of like a farmer's market almost. My dog is trying to get comfortable. She was sitting by me in the fan, but now she left. Okay, so we're back to on the bus. Taking pictures of the wheels. And so they turned the back of the bus onto the counter where they serve the food. And see, there's the counter, there's the fan again. It's really an awesome design. That ice cream looks good. What? What? Must have been a film photo I took on the bus. But yeah. So I finished right on time. I'm gonna end this stream like 2 minutes early. It's literally 2 minutes early. But we have 61 and 46, so that's like 107 more photos to do. So that's the next stream. We will finish that. I might do 2 streams tomorrow so we can finish it before Wednesday. I'll probably do that. And I'll try to start at like 8 p.m. The creative stream. And then the ODST, Halo ODST will start probably either right after, or there'll be a short break in between of like a half hour or an hour. So I want to thank everyone for... Wow. I just got huge shivers. Almost felt like a seizure. But I want to thank everyone for coming out. I'm doing Halo ODST for sure tomorrow. And I'm going to try to do a creative stream as well, starting sometime between 8 and 11 p.m. and going into the night. Wednesday is our next dedicated creative stream. And we will start yeah, we'll start assembling the digital stuff, the digital 35mm, and getting that ready to go in terms of animation and episodes. We're gonna actually start the video projects, and then Thursday is video games again. It's ODST. We're gonna continue on that, and I'm playing with a ton of skulls on, so it's a lot of fun, and just craziness ensues. And then Friday is the creative stream again, working more on the Milwaukee Project. And Saturday, Sunday, Monday is more creative. So I want to thank everyone for coming by. I want to say have a good day, and bye-bye.